Video opens with an archival-style shot of a vast tobacco field under a hazy sun. The image slowly crossfades into a sterile, modern hospital corridor, the quiet only broken by the distant, rhythmic beep of a machine. A rapid-fire montage begins. Black and white clips of smiling doctors in 1950s cigarette ads proclaiming, "More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette," flash across the screen. These are sharply contrasted with stark, modern images. Graphic warning labels on cigarette packs, a patient breathing heavily through an oxygen mask, and somber faces in a waiting room. In the annals of American history, few plants have sown seeds of both immense prosperity and profound destruction, quite like tobacco. Its story is woven into the very fabric of the nation, a tale that begins with a single, ambitious act and spirals into a national health crisis. From a symbol of colonial wealth to a pariah of public health, this is the story of how a simple leaf built an empire and then threatened to silently dismantle the lives it helped create. This is the story of America's complicated and deadly relationship with tobacco. The journey began in 1612, a pivotal moment when the Jamestown colony was struggling to survive. It was then that colonist John Rolfe introduced a sweeter, more palatable strain of tobacco from the Caribbean. This wasn't the harsh native tobacco the local Powhatan tribes used. This was a cash crop in the making. The fertile Virginia soil proved to be the perfect cradle for this new plant. As depicted in animated maps, the cultivation of tobacco exploded, spreading like wildfire from Virginia to Maryland and the Carolinas. It quickly became the economic engine of the colonies. So valuable that it was used as currency, traded for goods, and used to pay taxes and debts. An empire of smoke was rising from the American earth. By the mid-20th century, tobacco had reached its zenith, ushering in a golden age of smoking. It was more than a habit, it was a cultural touchstone. Picture a confident man in a classic American convertible, a cigarette held coolly between his fingers, the very picture of post-war prosperity and freedom. On the silver screen, glamorous Hollywood icons from Humphrey Bogart to Audrey Hepburn made smoking look sophisticated and alluring. Brands like Marlboro, Camel, and Lucky Strike became household names, their advertisements promising masculinity, independence, and social grace. In this era, smoke filled boardrooms, restaurants, and living rooms, an ever-present haze that symbolized the pinnacle of American life. But beneath the glamorous facade, a dark truth was beginning to surface. The whispers of a health crisis grew into a roar. The scene shifts to a modern doctor's office, where a physician examines a lung X-ray, their expression a mixture of concern and grim familiarity. Decades of mounting scientific evidence could no longer be ignored. The 1964 Surgeon General's report was a landmark moment, officially linking smoking to lung cancer and heart disease. This set the stage for a dramatic reckoning. The 1990s saw the tobacco industry brought to its knees in a series of monumental lawsuits. Courtroom scenes filled television screens as whistleblowers and state attorneys general exposed decades of deceit, revealing that companies knew about the addictive and deadly nature of their products all along. Today, the landscape has changed. Smoking rates have plummeted from their mid-century peak, a clear victory for public health campaigns. Yet the ghost of the tobacco empire still haunts America. We see the lingering effects in crowded oncology wards and in the faces of families who have lost loved ones. The nation is still grappling with the silent destruction wrought by centuries of tobacco use, a health crisis that continues to claim hundreds of thousands of lives each year. The video ends with a slow-motion close-up shot of a single cigarette burning down in a glass ashtray. A plume of smoke curls gracefully into the air before the cigarette flickers out, leaving only a smoldering ember. The screen fades to black. White text appears on the black screen. Tobacco use remains the leading cause of preventable death in the United States, responsible for over 480,000 deaths per year.